Hello. In last class, we had discussed about XML designing. We had worked on how to design an activity. Today we will work on Java files, and we will know how to uh, work on activity backend part. Suppose this is my design, and when this app is running, and user writes something here and something here and click on button, then this is not responding because we have not add functionalities on button and edit text. So we have add functionalities on coding page. For adding functionalities coding page, we have add ID for edit text and button, because when app is running, uh, we have add username here, and we will add password here and then login, because here only uh, three resources is used. We only add ID in three, both edit text and button. So what is ID? ID is a unique resource name for the element which you can use to obtain a reference to the view from your application. ID is used to bind XML file to Java file. So first we have to add ID in edit text and button. We will not add ID in image view and text view because this is not used for coding purpose. We will only done code in three of types, edit text and button. So we only add ID here because we bind this ID to coding file. So I'd write. We will add ID here. So first write ID, enter, again enter, because this is used before ID name, and we will write unique name for every edit text and buttons, because uh, we will write some ID for any two views, then it's show error. So we will add related name of this, just like this is username field, we will add here user. Okay, now add ID here, ID, click, again click, and this is password field. So we will write password. We have to write anything, but everything is unique, not same for two views. Okay, here ID, this is login button. So write log btn. It's my choice. What will we write? You you write anything you, if you want any, who but no, you write anything what you want. Okay. So ID completed. Now firstly we will add a variable of everything that we'll use. Just like there have two edit text, so write edit text, and uh, first field name in user, anything what we want, and second is the uh, password et. It's my choice what we will write. So utility and passivity. Now button name. Button name is the log btn. It's not necessary to write same ID here and a user variable name here. Same. If you want to write different, it's your choice. Okay. Again, now after writing variable name of edit text and button, we will have to call uh, ID of XML file. For calling this, we have to add find view ID permission in the on create function. So this is the on create function. This is hold the address of your XML file. This file is our XML file r.layout.activity main. If we remove this tag and after removing this tag, we will run app. It crashes because without any design page, not a app is running. Okay, and this is the on create method. When you run an app, first app check what is the who is the launcher uh, activity, and after checking launcher activity, it will check on create method first. So after checking on create method, it find XML file of that activity. So my activity XML file is activity main. This is okay. So we will call ID ID of every variable. So first write here variable name. Variable name is userity is equal to find view ID. It is used to bind the XML ID to uh, Java variable name. Okay, find view ID here. First we will write R means resources. Resources folder denotes R dot ID. After R dot ID, we will write uh, what is the ID of edit text. So we will write user. If you want to check, you write assign write ID. You click control and then click user. It's automatically to gone to that binding edit text or view. And if we take you to right place, then you call right ID. Okay. Now again call pass it is equal to find view ID r dot id dot pass. Again call log btn is equal to find view ID r dot id dot and log btn. Now our ID calling process is completed. Suppose this app is running and what is the next process? User write here username, write here password, and then click on button. So everything is checked on button click. Without button click, nothing is happening. So all thing is happening after click of button. So first we will add click listener or button. For adding click listener or button, you first write button name. What is the name of button? Button name is log btn. Okay, and dot set on click listener. After writing, it's appearing in drop down and click on set on click listener. Now write new space and capital O. We will not do anything, only write new space capital O and enter. After clicking on it, all things are appearing automatically. This is the whole function that binds with anything set on click listener. Okay, now button click is called. Now, button click is called. Suppose anyone write username here, password here, then click login. So it's uh, if username and password is right, then it's so login successfully. Otherwise, login failed. This is the first criteria. Second criteria is some user have not write anything in username field and not writing anything password field and directly click on login button. then condition your app has been crashed. So you firstly validate both field user have write anything or not. So we will add validation in text and password field that it is not empty. If it is empty, then maybe your app should have been crashed. So first we will check validation of both edit text. So before checking validation, we have to convert that field in string. And maybe any user write something in username and password. So that field entry data we will convert in a string. A string is a collection of characters. So we will first convert all characters in a string, write a string, and add some variable name. So we will name username. Anything different that is not used as a variable. Okay, string username. So what is hold username? Username hold user it field, user it data. User it is the edit text, user it data dot get text. Get text the function dot get the text and dot to a string that convert that data in string. Okay. So now if you write anything in this field, that is automatically convert and hold this variable memory. Okay. Now again call another edit text data string password. Password is equal to pass it dot get text dot to a string. So it is your first work. After clicking on after writing state on click listen or button, you have to convert all edit text in a string. Okay. Now we will create. We will call. We have called string of both edit text. Okay. Now first we will check validation. For checking field is empty or not. Okay. For adding validation, you have to write if username dot is empty. Suppose username field is empty. So we have add toast. For add, toast is the toast is a method to show message in your mobile. It come for some millisecond and disappear. Okay. So we will add toast. For adding toast, you have to write toast, TOAST, full write whole toast, and then click create a new toast, not upper side, upper Android.bz. You click on create a new toast. After clicking this, it's automatically come all formats. And only you have to write text of here, what message we want to show. Okay. So we will add here, please enter your user name. Okay. After then, uh, checking username, we will add else part and add if password dot is empty. After checking validation of username, we will check the validation of password is empty, and then add toast. Write toast, click, and add message in double quote here. Okay, enter your password. Password. Now after adding a message on both side, we will add here else toast login successfully. We will actually show login successfully after adding something on both field. We will not add here any username and password because we will not work. We have not worked it on database. Uh, in further classes, when we will teach about database, then we will add here database functionality. This time only, I will show you about how to validate and how to show message on XML files. Okay. So this time only validate, and after validation, now our code has a code process is completed. Then completion, we will run this page. For running this page, click on this button. Here is my mobile. This is my physical device. You can also add a virtual device. For adding virtual device, you click on device manager and create device. And selecting a mobile from here. After select, they have already selected this mobile. After selecting, click on next and download any one file. This is the latest and Android 12. So we will not downloading this file. You can download RS anyone, and after downloading, click next, and then it's your virtual device have been created. But we will work on physical device. It gives you real experience. So we will use real device. So this is my real device, and after clicking on it, it takes some time, and after then it's installed in your mobile. So after installing, we will check what happening my mobile. So this is my mobile. Now app is running. It takes some couple of times. After then it's automatically installed in my mobile. Now it's installing. Here check. This is so installed. Install in your install process starting. After installing, it's automatically open. So this is my mobile. After click on login button, what is so? It's so please enter your username. This is toast message that comes for some millisecond and automatically disappear. So it's so you message, please enter your username. Without entering your username, you cannot go further. Okay. So we will write here something, anything what you want. Okay. And after writing username, something in username field, again we will click on button. So what is so enter your password. So it's so message, please enter your password. So again we will add password here. After adding password, now click on login button. It's login successfully. So we will add, we have add validation in both of it, and now clicking on login button, then it's so login successfully. Okay, one process completed. Now check in password field, my password is shown, but we will not want to show the any another user. So hide the password. We have to add something in my XML file. Here is the type input type. Add input type, and what we want to add password. There have two types of password: number password and text password. If you add number password, then you only insert 0 to 9, and if you want to add all characters with and also digit, so you use text password. So we will use text password. We want to add everything just like for A to Z character and plus 1 to 9, everything alphanumeric characters. And here we will add for username only, input type only text. Now adding two types, again click. Here, this is my app, and this is the launcher icon of my app. That's Android Studio automatically give every user. If you, we will change it in my further classes. This time by default, this is the launcher icon of your app, and name of your app is my first app. Okay, now click on this. After writing something, you have option to go next tab. On clicking this, you automatically go to next tab. Oh, my app is hanging. Okay, and we will write password something here. After writing, we will click on it, and it's starting here. We will write something here. So look. Oh. This is your app. Write here something and fill again. Net is slow, maybe it's not working here. Again connecting. Wait just a second. Okay. It's only used to show my mobile screen to all of you. For this cause, I have running this. It's taking some time to connecting, but my mobile is running this app very right manner. So let's have some confusion. Why don't you decide? Okay. Now app is running. It's hanging in this. I don't know why this is hanging, but app is running in my mobile. I have no problem. It's only not running in this. Oh, sorry for this happening because maybe my mobile is hanging. I will add another mobile. Okay. My college up here. Okay. Now click in app. Okay, connect another mobile. If something problem. Yeah, crappy. Okay, I will share my screen through Zoom. Okay, there. Stop share. Now I share from my mobile. Share the screen. Why? Okay. It's maybe it's slow. Okay, no problem. So right here something. Okay, this is my user field. Now a password. So after adding password, you look here. Oh, so why it's hanging? Sorry guys, my mobile is hanging now. Some problem has persisted in this mobile, but the app is running very carefully. There no problem. Okay. So next time we'll show you how. Oh, look at look at. There is the password and there is the username. Okay. Now click on button. It's showing login successfully. Okay. Some problem have persisted in my mobile. We will in next classes something is problem. Okay. So let's start further. Here is my screen. Okay. So this is a simple process how to add coding, how to add designing, and how to add coding in this file. Okay. So this is working very good. So now we will go further. So suppose someone has write here username and here password. After writing username and password and after clicking on this button, login button, it show login successfully. And we want to, after login successfully, it automatically go to another page, just like home screen or another screen. Okay. So adding this process, you have to use intent. Intent. So what is the intent? Intent is the uh, process to go one activity to another activity or use another process of your mobile, just like broadcast receiver, as just like you want to use app mobile phone mobile sorry your mobile app calling app functionalities, your mobile email functionalities or mobile map functionalities you want to use, you have to use intent. But this time we only use intent for connecting one activity to another. Suppose that we want to add functionalities after after adding username and here password, click on login button. It show you login successfully and automatically go to another activity. For adding this, you have to use intent. How to use intent? So here, come here. There, this is the message login successfully.